Hi, my name is Brandy Parks. I'm the Assistant Utilities Director here at the City of Broken Arrow. I'm going to be going over a wastewater overview of our system here at the City of Broken Arrow. So I just want to go over a little history first. It starts back in the 1960s with the city. We had a sewer disposal plant that wasn't operational. And then we built our first plant in 1970s at the Lynn Lane Wastewater Treatment Plant, which is down at the Arkansas River, way south. And then we upgraded our plant. In 76, we installed a new force main with lift stations to help convey the wastewater to the plant. After that, we did partner with RMUA, which is Regional Metropolitan Utility Authority. So that's a partnership that we have with City of Tulsa. And so with that, we contribute probably 40% of our flows to that plant, and Tulsa has about 60%. We do split everything 50-50 due to when we began to grow, we grew outside of Tulsa, and so a lot of our flows were on that west side towards Tulsa. So there is a boundary where we flow from the Tulsa side that goes to our Hickey Creek plant, and then we also have the east side that flows to our Lynn Lane plant. And as you can see over the years, in 76 we went to 2 million gallons. We expanded every 5 years or so. We're currently at the Lynn Lane plant at 8 MGD. We did do a wastewater master plan in 2018 to get a better idea for future needs. So for our facilities overview, you can see the locations of our Hickey Creek plant, which we share with Tulsa, and then our Lynn Lane plant, which is owned by the City of Broken Arrow. And with the RMUA, we're partnered with not only the City of Tulsa, but the City of Bixby has rights, and the City of Owasso has rights. So we have quarterly meetings with RMUA that we all have a say-so in what happens with the plant. I want to go over a little bit of our process at the water. It's a water reclamation plant because we are not wasting water, as our plant managers would say. So there are 2 aeration basins that we have at the plant. They each treat about 4 million gallons a day. And so with that, we grow bacteria within our basins, and it helps alleviate the chemical need. It helps also with the odors and the organics in the water. And so this is a picture of our UV disinfection basin. It's currently in process of going online. So we used to feed chlorine in our system, which can create byproducts and all that when we discharge. So we're trying to take a better approach, and so we've been implementing this. We've had a few little, hiccups getting it online, but it is currently installed and working. I'd say have had it online maybe a couple of months now. So it's doing great. We don't have to feed chlorine anymore, which is a better disinfection overall for the environment. A little bit about our wastewater collection overview. So we have the 2 major basins, which I talked about. One's the Hickey Creek Basin that goes to the RMUA plant, and then the other one is the Lynn Lane Basin, which goes to the Lynn Lane plant. There's approximately 700 miles of gravity sewer that us as a city takes care of. So with that, there are 25 force mains, and a force main is something that is pressurized. So you'll see lift stations around town that helps pump the flow over hills or the topography that doesn't allow gravity flow. So there are 16,000 plus manholes in our system that our crews take care of. You know, we could have I&I problems, which is inflow and infiltration. So we try to seal those up so our wastewater plant doesn't have to treat more than they need to. We have around 30 lift stations. At the water reclamation plant, I just want to go over kind of what we have staffed there. So there's around 9 employees that maintain and operate the plant. It averages around 5.4 million gallons a day. Max day last year was 8.4 million gallons. So the treated gallons in 2023 was 2.05 billion gallons. And you can see, so I'll just point out in the picture, this is one of our clarifiers that we just rehabbed. And we're currently rehabbing this building, which is our belt filter press station, which is where we press all our sludge and haul to a landfill.
Sludge, you mean like poop?
At that point, it's not necessarily poop, but yeah.
It's all the crap that you want to get out of the water.
Yes, so it's all your solids that's settled. You know, you at the belt filter press, you press out all the water, so then it's just the solids that we take to the landfill, so that when we release it back into a stream, after through the UV disinfection, you don't have any kind of solids. You can't per DEQ standards. So.
And the solids are in a landfill?
They have to be it has to be a permitted landfill that we take it to. So it's not. So we a lot of the time haul our solids, I think, to Southside in Tulsa, the city of Tulsa, and they dry them out. They have drying beds.
Uh-huh.
And then they have to be tested for E. coli, that type of thing, before they can be taken anywhere else. And I'm not sure what Tulsa does with them.
Well, you said you grow bacteria.
So
that's good bacteria.
Yes.
Okay, because these are like bad bacteria.
Yes, yes. So the good bacteria is at the beginning process. It helps eat away the odors, the gases, anything like that. And then they usually kind of stay in your aeration basins because they need that air that we pump and produce in that aeration basin. So water reclamation, there's about 16 employees. These guys are anybody that will maintain our lift stations, whether we have any kind of issues with our PLC, which are your control board to let signals, hey, something's wrong. Sometimes those can go down. Any kind of line breaks or leaks, SSOs, which is a sanitary sewer overflow. You know, we don't like to get those, but you have them, and so they're the ones that go out and report it and clean it up and report. We have to report to DEQ. So there's all that, and then there's about a little over 17,000 manholes within our system. They also maintain our booster pump stations, which are for water. I know they're sewer, but that's part of it because they're dealing with pumps. They're dealing with the pressures. So those guys also will do the 3 booster pump stations that we have in the system. So with our water reclamation, our sewer department, we have a CCTV van. So this can be used if, you know, we have a homeowner that calls and is like, you know, has some kind of blockage. We can determine if it's on their side or our side, because legally we're not allowed to touch the private side. But we can go out and investigate and see what's wrong, or, you know, we have some improvements coming in the area, or there are roots in the system, that type of thing. So we're able to use the CCTV van to go out and look for any kind of failures we might have in the system. And then we got this big guy, the Vector truck. You probably have seen it driving around town. It's huge. This Vector truck helps clean out our lift stations, so you get that sludge on the bottom of your lift stations. This helps process, or to get that out so we pump more efficiently. It doesn't ruin our pumps, that type of thing, or get blockage in your force mains.
Fat birds?
Huh?
The fat birds? Have you
Yeah,
heard of the fat
yeah.
birds? We've not had one of those, have we?
No.
Okay.
So yeah, you'll see it driving around town. We have to also make sure, like when we have a new lift station, that we can get this truck in and out. So that's why sometimes the area is bigger than what you would think is needed for a lift station, because you got to think of the equipment we need to get out there.
Do they get a lot of those quote unquote flushable wipes in the system?
Absolutely.
I mean, why do they let them say they're flushable? That should be totally taken off the product.
I 100% agree, because that's one of our main issues through the system. We have screens at our lift stations. Some guys they clean out weekly. Sometimes certain lift stations they have to do daily, and it's those flushable wipes that we're constantly cleaning out.
And there's no legislation or FTC or anything.
Not yet.
So I need to talk to my person, congressman or whatever.
Yeah.
This is costing us taxpayers thousands of millions of dollars because these idiots flush these things.
Yeah, and you know, and then we do get them at the plant obviously as well, and so we have a grit removal system that's part of the headworks of the plant, the beginning process, and so that part is kind of thrown into a dumpster, and probably I'd say around 50% of it is mostly the wipes. So
Public education campaign.
yes.
Yeah.
I've only been in this role since October, so yes, sir. But with this truck, we can also hydro-excavate, so like potholing lines, like big transmission lines that you don't want to dig down to. This is a safer option. A lot of times we'll contract that out just because we're so busy with this one truck on our 30 lift stations. So.
Is there a lot of grease in the lines?
Yes. So
people pour their grease in the line?
yes. At our table too, we have a water quality girls, and that is their wheelhouse. They started kind of a FOG program, which is fats, oils, and grease. And so they are going around to restaurants and making sure their grease traps are to code, to try to help with our system, because it causes blockages and hurts our lift stations and our pumps at the lift stations, and can cause overflows. You know, there's a lot that, you know, we can do.
It's just like your arteries in your heart. It just gets.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes, sir.